I'm an heir to. Excuse me.
These are the services I have, sir. No matter what service I bring up for you, there will be some kind of applying to it, so you can get the service that you're looking for.
Which is for the city to pay the vendor?
Yes. And it seems like, this is a city agency, the Human Resources Administration. You are trying to get food for yourself and your baby and other members of your family. And with this card that they give you, they will be paying that vendor that you're getting this food services from.
All right. Now, what about clothing? What about clothing and other necessities like a house?
Public assistance.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And let me just find out one for you here. Just give me 1 second.
But they don't pay for transportation.
I'm not sure if public assistance will pay for transportation, but once I find it for you, you can always ask them that question and they will be able to answer it for you.
Okay.
The city does provide information about public assistance eligibility. I know you don't want to apply for it.
Mm-hmm.
You can apply for cash benefits and participate in programs. Apply for these programs to give you the money so you can pay that particular vendor. Nothing that you're keeping. You just,
but I can't pay. I can't pay for what's already mine. It's the city has to pay, and that's between the vendor and the city. I'm not involved in that. The vendor would have to fill out an application and do all these things, and that would be between these vendors and the city. I have nothing to do with that. I'm just, I've claimed that these things which I take is already mine. They're already part of my inheritance. They come from the earth. They made of the earth. But this person is asking for a government benefit in the form of money. And I don't use government benefits, which means I don't use money. The use of money is a government benefit.
Okay.
So I'm not interested in any government benefits. These people are. So they have to fill out the application. They have to have this established between them and the city, not me. I'm just calling to find out how this, what steps to take for this to work, because the city is authorizing them to do what they're doing.
Well, a particular vendor can't just go to the city and tell them to fill out any kind of application for you to get clothing and stuff like that. You would have to do that yourself.
No, but why do I have to work? There's no law that says I have to do that, because the laws that I'm under is above the laws of New York. The laws that I'm under are above the laws of the state. The laws that I'm under is above the laws of the United States.
Okay.
I'm under the laws of God.
Okay.
So, there's no law that requires me to do anything like that. Not even in God's law. So, I'm not the subject of that law. So these vendors, that's between the vendors and these authorities. Between them and their principal is the agent and the principal thing going on. They are the agents for the principal, which is the city of New York. The city of New York has authorized them to act. And so, they have to work it out with their principal. They already they already have communications with their principals, so they can communicate with their principals easily concerning this situation. But I don't have an obligation to receive any benefits.
Let's try this a different way. You're looking for a service where a particular store will give you food and they will get compensated by the city, and you have nothing to do with the compensation. Is that correct, sir?
No, God gives me my food.
God gives you your food.
God gives me my food. He shows me places where the food is, and I go there and I get it. So, you know, God makes everything. God makes everything that's on the shelves in the stores.
Okay.
So if I don't work for money, then I have a right to access God's inheritance that he made the things for me.
Okay.
That's why I have the right, because I don't work for money. I work for God. I work for free. I do what I do for the love of God and for free. So it's not like I'm holding an obligation. The money is actually an obligation, and I'm not holding the obligation to pay. I've never asked for the benefit to have the obligation to pay.
Okay.
So
I found something out there for you, sir. This might be something of interest to you, okay?
okay,
This is coming from the Human Resources Administration. The city provides information about where people in need can get food.
okay.
Does it say anything about paying or anything?
Is there something like City Harvest?
I'm sorry?
Is there something like City Harvest?
Yes, it's called food pantries and soup kitchens and things like that. What I'm going to do, sir, is I'm going to ask you what your address is, and I'll...
I don't have one. I don't have one of those, but I'm in the Brooklyn area.
Okay. Okay, I'm just going to try to find something in Brooklyn for you. And you just let me know what's closest to you, okay?
No.
How about I ask you what two streets you're closest to, and I'll, right now...
Flatbush Avenue,
Okay.
Utica Avenue.
Okay. Just give me a second here. I'll put that in. Okay. Flatbush Avenue and Utica Avenue. Just give me 1 second while I try to find Utica Avenue for you. Okay, sir?
Okay.
Okay. An apartment or a house, so to speak, and just take up residence there, and the city will pay for that. Unfortunately,
You didn't type in claim of right.
Yes, I don't have anything like that. If you're trying to find a place where you can go to, you know, like I said, lay your head to get some rest or take a shower, this is what I have for you. I don't have any kind of services where you can just walk into an apartment that's vacant, so to speak, and just take up your right there, and the city will pay for that. I don't have anything like that for you.
But a house, like a house that's for sale.
I understand.
Yeah.
But you say that you don't deal with any kind of currency or anything like that. You just want a place where you can just stay and someone else will take care of all that expense for you.
Yeah.
Take care of the vendor expense.
Yeah, like for the gas bill that.
The guy, right, exactly. I understand. We're on the same page.
I used to have a gas bill, and when I told the gas company about the same thing, now they're sending the gas bill right to the Washington D.C. Treasury,
Okay.
and it's been like that for months and months and months now. So if you know if they understood the way to resolve the situation by taking that route, I think that this should be a similar, approach taken, by the city, with this situation here, because I shouldn't be limited to access things, just as much as everyone else can access things. Someone, like I said, they want a house. They see a nice, a 2-story family house, 2-3 family house, and they decide, hey, I want it, and yeah, I can give it because I have this public money here. I'm going to use public money and, pay for the house. They don't realize that they're not paying because it's not their money they're using to pay for the house. The money is borrowed into the economy. So that what they're using there is at somebody else's expense. And so, whoever expense it is, that's who's paying for the house, which is the government. So, people using public funds to pay for something, but the public funds that's created an issue by the government. So the government is paying for it anyway.
Okay.
So what's this?
Well, like I said, this place that I have here, you can go there, and it's possible they can assist you with a place where you can go and stay permanently, and they will take care of that expenses for you.
All right, what's that?
Okay. But if you don't have any kind of identification, it's okay, and you can still just walk into this place, and they can possibly assist you.
This is not dealing with the issuance of government benefits, right? They're not,
Well, they can assist you if you want that. They can assist
No,
you.
I don't want that. No.
I remember you saying that.
No.
But they can assist you with some kind of place where you can stay.
All right. As long as it's not a benefit, then I would be glad to go through that.
Okay. Well, like I said, if you have any means of getting to Manhattan, whether by public transportation or by foot, and you go to 30th Street in Manhattan.
Okay.
East 30th Street, so make sure you're on the east side of Manhattan.
Okay.
And that's 400-430 East 30th Street.
And I'll need a vehicle too, because I got like 4 kids.
You have 4 children, and you need a vehicle.
Yeah, that's just So if I wanted a vehicle that's for sale, does the city have something where they would, provide the funds for that to the seller? Excuse me?
No, they do not.
Oh. Well, they got to think of something, because
The city does not feel a vehicle is a necessity.
well, it's still subject to repo. And so in a repo situation, when a man is crying out, "I want my money," the city got to step in and calm the man down. Because I don't have an obligation to give the man money. I'm just, taking back something that's originally mine, or is made out of what's mine. I don't care what kind of contraption they make out of it. It's all dust to me.
I see.
So,
well, like I said, sir, unfortunately, I do not have a service here where you can get yourself a vehicle. Okay.
Well, it's just a service for the vendors to be compensated. Not for, it's not for me. I'm not asking for somebody to give me, a vehicle. I'm saying I'm taking a vehicle, and then when the man cries out for give me money, let this city step in and give him the money. It's not for me.
Like I said, I do not have a service that will compensate the vehicle vendor on your behalf.
It's not on my behalf, because I don't want to compensate the vendor. So if they compensate the vendor, it's not on my behalf, it's on his behalf.
I understand, but like
He wants to be compensated. I don't want him to be compensated.
Unfortunately, sir, I don't have a service for that.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for the time you took out and the information that you gave me. It's real helpful. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you. Have a nice day.
You too, sir. Thank you for calling 311.
Thank you. You're welcome.